Hi vinyl community, George Allen here, talking LPs and CDs. As I mentioned in my earlier videos, that occasionally I wanted to talk about books or online blogs. Last time I talked about a book, Mazzy's book on Beatles England. Today I want to mention, before I get into a record or CD, I wanted to mention about an online blog that I like reading a lot, and it's called Part-Time Audiophile. And if you do a search, if you haven't seen it before, if you do a search on the internet for Part-Time Audiophile, you can find it. And the reason why I bring it up is just the other day, they ran one by one of their regular contributors, Dave McNair, who's a mastering engineer, and he wrote an article called "Why Do Records Sound Better?" And that's why I thought I'd bring it to your attention, because it's a very interesting article. And you know, we're always kicking this issue back and forth. CDs sound better than vinyl. Vinyl sound better than CDs, and everybody's got their own opinions on it. However, because he's a mastering engineer with many years experience in the field, he brings forth some very interesting ideas on it, and I just think it's a fun article to read. So look up Part-Time Audiophile on the internet, and Dave McNair's article called Why Do Records Sound Better? I think you'll find it very interesting to read. So, that behind us, what I want to talk about today is a record and CD related to a concert that I saw. The very first big time concert that I went to when I was a teenager yet. Went to, you know, when we're young, we always go to see different concerts in the park, local bands and stuff. So, first big time concert I went to was going to be Jefferson Airplane. They were going to be playing in the town I came from in western Pennsylvania, along with Jay and the Americans. So Jay and the Americans were on first, and surprisingly enough, they hardly played any of the songs they were well known for. I think they were trying to go a new direction or something, but that aside, they were okay. Now, we had heard on the radio prior to the concert that Grace Slick was not going to be there for the concert. Of course, there was a lot of disappointment about that. In fact, my girlfriend, who I was taking, she said, "Oh, we ought to get our money back. It ain't going to be worth seeing them." And I said, "Well, you know, I still want to see them." I said, "Whether Grace Slick's there or not, that's a big disappointment, but it'd still be worth seeing them." Well, you know, after Jay and the Americans, Jefferson Airplane comes out. Well, not only was not Grace Slick there, neither was Paul Cantor or Marty Balin. It ends up that the only ones that showed up was Jorma Kaukonen, Jack Cassidy, and not Spencer Dryden as a drummer, but Joey Covington. So guess what we actually end up seeing was not Jefferson Airplane, but an early version of Hot Tuna. Little did anybody know that that's what we were seeing. But man, was it a great concert. They really rocked the house. Not doing really any standard Jefferson Airplane tunes, but they did a wonderful job. They really brought the house down. And later on, a couple months later, of course, this album came out, Hot Tuna, that was recorded live at the New Orleans house in Berkeley. But this isn't what we heard. This one was Jorma and Jack Cassidy doing acoustic blues. And I thought, well, this is really weird, you know. But this is a wonderful album. I mean, if you like acoustic blues, they really bring out the best of acoustic blues. Some wonderful songs on here. Hesitation Blues, Uncle Sam Blues, some great music. I mean, Jorma's a fantastic guitarist, still going strong today. And I like going on listening to his stuff. I got some other things by him. And Jack Cassidy, wow, what a bass player. These guys are truly great musicians. All different type of genres they cover. You know, sometimes they do some folk type stuff, but this is a great record. Wonderful record. So anyhow, I mentioned a CD. So last year, what do I see on Amazon? Because, you know, I've bought a lot of stuff through Amazon. I get a notice about this CD. And this CD is called Before We Were Them. Before We Were Them. And what's it a recording of? Well, guess what? Jorma, Jack, and Joey Covington playing in the Vets Memorial Building in Santa Rosa, California, playing Rockin' blues just like I heard when I was a teenager, when they showed up in Western Pennsylvania, what was supposed to be the Jefferson Airplane concert, without Dre Slick, without Paul Cantor, without Marty Balin. That same concert that they did then on CD here. And what a great recording. I mean, for a live concert, this is truly a wonderful recording. They do Rock Me Baby by B.B. King. They do some other songs that are written by them. Come Back Baby, written by Walter Davis. The rest are their own recordings. Half of them are vocal, half are instrumental, but my goodness. Jorma's electric guitar, Jack's fearsome bass playing. You know, Joey Covington, he was an okay drummer. Nothing fantastic, but for them at that time, he did a pretty good job backing them up. But this is really, if you want some rockin' blues, this is a great CD to get. It's hard to believe in 1969 that they were doing this together like this. Wonderful CD. But it just amazed me when this came out. It just took me back to being a teenager and what was supposedly going to be a downer concert without the big names not showing up, hearing these rockin' blues again. So that's what I had for today. Oh no, I got a surprise. Yesterday in the mail, finally, I know I've been complaining about my other previous videos about Blue Note. Finally, showing up, came the stuff I've been waiting for. Artemis. Jimmy Smith with Stanley Turrentine and Chick Corea's Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. So, my records, I've been talking about doing some new stuff. They finally showed up. And of course, these two are from the Blue Note's Tone Poets series. And looking forward to listening to these. And probably going to take me a little bit of time to listen to them, get into them. This one, Artemis, I've listened to this already on Spotify. These women here, great. Players, writers. There's a couple tracks, have vocals. This is a fabulous album. I'm glad I got it though, now that I can listen to it anytime I want on my stereo instead of through my Spotify on my computer. This is a great album. So anyhow, a lot to look forward to, a lot of good stuff to listen to. Chick Corea, great musician, great writer. And of course, I'm really looking forward to Jimmy Smith and what he's got to offer with Stanley Turrentine. This is going to be a great album too, I know. Anyhow, VC community, stay safe, stay healthy. Tell your friends about my channel. I hope. Subscribe, comment. Like to hear about your experiences with music you love and concerts you've been to. Take care. Alrighty. Talk to you later. Bye.